Well, it is week one, EDUT 501, and I know you probably have watched a whole bunch of videos and looked through a whole bunch of stuff and are feeling crazy overwhelmed. So I'm going to throw some more at you. I'm doing this video again from Fall Q, and so I'm going to try to pull some of that information in for you, even in week one here. But the quote for this week is really from an educational giant. He's from It's from Hansel from Zoolander. And the quote is, "Do I know what I'm doing today? No, but I'm here and I'm going to give it my best shot." And really, as educators, every day showing up to our school site or the district office or wherever you work, that's all we can do. We can't give more than our best for that day. And so over the next 8 weeks, you're going to be stretched, not more than you've been stressed before, but just in a different way. And that's okay. But you can only give it your best for that day. So just a quick refresher on the side. On the left there, you see your schedule. We do have Thanksgiving break in between weeks 5 and 6. And then once again, just keep reiterating, if you need anything, call, text, Vox me, and I will try to answer you as soon as I can. You do want to spend some time playing around in Blackboard and try to navigate and figure out what's going on. And then also under the schedule from week to week, you can see what's going on there. If you'll notice, the week one, which I'm going to pop to in a minute, is going to look very similar to week one announcement, which has all the same information that's also in the syllabus and also in the document due date outline that I posted. If I scroll real fast, way down here at the bottom. So once again, I'm going to try to put as much information in as many different places as I can, just so you can access it in the way that's best for you. So this first week, we just look at different models of innovative leadership. There's a lot out there. First chapter in Sir Ken Robinson's book and the introduction. It's a great book. It's one of those books that once you start reading it, you're probably going to finish it fairly quickly because it's one of those that's really hard to put down. And then in the Creative Google book, or Creating Innovators book, the two different sections, the Google Search and Drive, and then also searching, evaluating resources credibility. So the first one's only 3 pages, 4 pages, and the second reading is only 2 to 3 pages. Real quick read. A lot of it makes sense. It's nothing that's crazy way out there. And then you need to read, and I say read, and I'm going to pop into it here real quick. The Growth of an Educational Technology Teacher Leader. And this talks about the program. And so like I said, I'll pop over there in a minute. And that leads into the discussion board question, which is really your only assignment for the week. I'm going to come back to the looking ahead section here in a little bit. So I'm going to pop over to week one. So you have a few things you need to do. Once again, Sir Ken Robinson's the Brombaugh book, and then The Growth of an Education Technology Teacher Leader. This is what that looks like. It's really your sequence to go through this class. So 501, then you're going to go into 520, 586, 521, and so on and so forth. And you're going to go through, and it just is really going through the different processes of, so this class is about foundations, and 520 is a great class, curriculum design and assessment, where you really look at curriculum theory and philosophy, and then a lot of the projects go through, and you have to actually develop essential questions in a lesson unit plan, and then an assessment plan. A lot of that class is collaborative. 586 is ed technology, so building those tech skills up even more. The next one, 521, is taking that technology and using it to help students move forward. 522 is new technology and how to use it in an ethical way. Brain-based teaching and learning is a really fun class for most people. For some people, it can be really hard because it gets into brain-based teaching and learning and philosophy of how the brain works. And there's some fascinating things in there. It's a really good course. It's one of my favorites to teach. Collaborative learning, design for e-learning. So a lot of that is group work. And so it just goes through the process of what classes you're going to be taking and going through. So that you have to go over, and then that leads into your discussion question, which is what are your background and interests for your profession and academically? What's your current position? What are some of your goals, and why are you in this program because of those goals? Uh, what are you looking to gain? What do you think some challenges might be? And then posting a picture is always great because then we get to put a name with a face. And you guys are going to travel as a cohort for the most part. And so you're going to get to know each other very, very well. And I will also chime in on that discussion prompt as well. So that was the growth of an education technology teacher leader, and then also the discussion question. The instructor overview is where this video will be posted once it's done. In week 1, we want you to set up a Google profile. So there's some nice screenshots here just to go through and get your little profile picture up there. You can see mine is my little Android guy that you can see up in the corner. It's probably fairly small, but I went through those same steps to set that up. There's your discussion 1. I really like this course because Bill Selleck did a great job. He's a subject matter expert in setting up this course and getting some great videos. I actually was talking with Ben this afternoon because he's at Fall Q here. He is a great person to follow on Twitter. He just posts so many great resources, and he really is someone that I would say embodies what it means to be a technology leader and an innovator and just great classroom design. These optional self-paced lessons are one that I think gets skipped over, but they're really good. They give you a lot of great information. And so like I just clicked on 2 of them to pop them up and show you that. A lot of times they're just YouTube videos. Sometimes there's some interaction and there are other types of modules, but it really is helpful in this first class. I would say to put in some time in doing those optional lessons because it's going to just set you up for success later on in the course. Every week there's a little devotion. Don't forget to feed your soul. The next 2 years, you're going to be spending a lot of time doing a lot of work. And sometimes it's great to take a quick break from that academic work and feed your soul. It's definitely important. So looking ahead, none of this is for this week. This is for next week. So assignment 1 is due next week. Assignment 2 is due week 3. And then assignment 3 is due week 4. So more information will come out about assignment 3, but that is essentially, that's setting you up for later in the program when you're doing research and how you do research ethically when you're using other humans as essentially research guinea pigs. So the social media starter kit is for next week. And essentially what it is you're going to be setting up a Twitter profile, changing your background, setting up an avatar, creating a bio, and then finding some people to follow. With every assignment, it's legitimately, they give a rubric on the grading side of it. And, if you get an average, I'm going to put a comment in this area. If you get exemplary on frequency and quantity, I'm going to put a comment in this area. So I grade right on the rubric, and I put specific comments on each part of the rubric. And so make sure you're reading these directions very well because it's going to tell you exactly what to do. So in week 2, which that assignment is in, I'm going to pop up to week 2 just to show you. Once again, there's a lot of great videos about this assignment. Twitter 101. So there's a great video here with some all-stars, Twitter all-stars, and it kind of walks you through some of the stuff you need to do to submit the social media one. But I didn't just want to leave you with that one because Twitter is something I train on a lot. So if we bounce back to the announcements, just in the announcements, I put 2 links. So Twitter video would be on my website. It is a screencast of literally, I don't have a Twitter account. I need to make a Twitter account, and then I need to know how to change the picture and do something. And so this screencast, I'm not going to play because we're going to get some Inception stuff because it would be a screencast of me doing a screencast. But it walks you through. It's about, I want to say, a 9-minute video approximately. And it literally just walks you through how to create an account, set up your profile pic, and send a tweet. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. And that is this link right here, Twitter video. My top tweeps. So people on Twitter, some people refer to them as tweeps. It's a link that goes to this right here, and it's It's a public list that I created for people to follow. And these are some educational rock stars. You don't have to follow all these people because you might want to say, hey, I'm not a TOSA. I don't want to follow a TOSA. Or I'm not at the district level and I don't want to be, so I'm not going to follow this guy. So I try to fill it up with some different types of people. But these are people that if you need help finding people to follow, this is a good starting place. Because once you follow 5, 6, 7 of them, Twitter is going to give you some ideas of who to follow. They're gonna say, hey, based off of who you're currently following, follow some of these people. And so that is these 2 links right here, Twitter video and my top tweets. That should help you. And then finally, to wrap this up, assignment 2 is due in week 3, and it's your first paper. It's 800,000 words, so it's not super long. But once again, take a look at the rubric because this is really how you're going to be graded. You're going to be graded directly on a rubric. So you can start looking at that. You don't have to do any work on it this week, but just start looking at it so you know what to expect. So that is week 1. Hopefully you're not too overloaded. Your brain's not fried too much. But I'm really excited for this class, like I mentioned in the welcome video. And I'm really excited to just be a part of the start of your journey. Once again, you can text me. You can email me at the Concordia email, Voxer, or Twitter for questions. You can also use, and it's at Clarkstrom is my handle. So here's to an amazing 8 weeks and just a phenomenal start to week 1.